Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. Today I'm using the microphone camera, so hopefully you can hear me. Probably sounds a lot more echo. Got a lot more echo, but hopefully we should be alright. How is everybody doing today? Let's see. Melanated Brown, Queen Adia, S. Mont, Silent D Productions, Pride Bentley, Woke One. Welcome everyone to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am the host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And so I hope everyone is feeling good on this hump day. This is the midweek report. So hopefully everything is good with everyone. And good. I'm glad I sound good. I mean, I was just, I hear a little echo. So I just wanted to make sure everything was good. All right. So, interesting week. Right off the rip, this morning we have North Korea fires 2 ballistic missiles off its coast, or off its east coast, and South Korean military actually responded. Let me see if I can get this video up here. Let me share the screen. Good, thank you everyone. Thank you. Gotta make sure the sound is right. Okay, let me get this on the screen for y'all. All right. So, just taking notice of all the things that are going on around the world. We talk about, us woke people. A lot of people try to downplay what we talk about end of days. However, we are coming up on a hostile condition to where it's nothing but wars and rumors of wars and looming war. So with that being said, seeing how North Korea is doing their own thing, have always made sure that they let it be known, but America, they ain't playing, Now with South Korea, they are American allies. So we can already see how conflict can ensue. Let's check it out.
In the early hours Thursday, North Korea held its first military parade since President Biden took office. We got fire trucks, we got tractors, there were military dogs, horses, soldiers marched down the street in unison. Perhaps the most eye-catching part of the military parade was a group of North Koreans walking down the street in orange hazmat suits and gas masks. That contrasted with the spectators in the crowd who were largely without face masks. And this was all to send a signal to North Koreans that they're taking very seriously the country's anti-epidemic campaign. Compared to the previous military parades, we didn't get any jaw-droppers. We didn't get a Kim Jong-un speech where he commented on U.S. relations, nor did we get a parading of new advanced weaponry. At this most recent military parade, it tended to be a low-key affair. By North Korean standards, it felt almost like a Thanksgiving Day parade. Times are tough at home in North Korea. They're paralyzed by the pandemic. Their economy is suffering. Kim Jong-un himself has warned of food shortages in the country. The most recent military parade really illustrates where North Korea's priorities are at the moment, and that's at home. And when it comes to nuclear talks, Pyongyang has given a cold shoulder, both to Washington and Seoul. I think that decision to wait and see by the Kim regime is made easier by the long list of problems it has to deal with domestically.
You think?
I'm now in front of the American Embassy in Kabul.
All right, we can get rid of that. So, right off the rip, that's how we start today. International conflict is, upon us. We are seeing America have some major issues on how its image is being portrayed. With that being said, some things on the home front never change. They always have some absolute madness for black folks to participate in. And, if you saw my broadcast yesterday, I touched on a little bit of the Met Gala. Met Gala and the MTV Music Awards was this last weekend, which was incredibly interesting. But something I forgot to show y'all yesterday. Let me see if I can. Yeah. They have a way of taming black folk, unfortunately. There we go. Get that. And I think saying taming in this instance is understatement. Take a look at that. That is Nick Cannon. I meant to show this yesterday, but I guess, hey, even more the better. I saved it till today. But this is Nick Cannon. As we know, he had stepped out and had said that he was understanding of certain things, and then immediately backed off and went to apologizing. Rashana Morrison, welcome. Brandon Cruz sings, welcome. And so now he's went and apologized. Now making sure he doubles down on it. He's going through the whole humiliation ritual. And now that's what you see on your screen, where he comes and looks like a complete jackass. Now he can call it a joke. That you can. You can definitely call it a joke. However, at the end of the day, who's taking this funny? Who is this for? So, he's making sure he makes certain powers that be happy. And that's how you have to do, with the go along, get along gang. As we have long heard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Unfortunate. And he's doing all of this to back off of the truth. I mean, hey, what did he say that wasn't actually factual? Matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. Because they like to say that we are conspiracy theorists, so-called woke. Yeah, that sounds good. That all sounds good. Until you stumble across images that aren't really fiction. Yeah. I don't think for what we have been taught in our existence in America, is there would never be any reason that the American white man, or white supremacist rather, would ever put black people in a statue depicting rulership. They don't even want to act as if black men are men. They always want to make a black man less than. Well, what you're looking at right there is actually a black European statue of a ruler. Oh, hey, how about that? You know, things that often aren't seen or heard. So, you know, when they talk about woke and all, you know, sometimes people just might want to be careful. Some people do actually know what they're talking about. So what was it that they were so upset at Nick Cannon? For telling the truth? Well, hey, you know. Too bad for Nick Cannon. See, standing on the truth means you're actually standing for something. Now, you aren't even showing up with your traditional turban. You're showing up as a whole clown show. And I'm sure he'll be like, oh yeah, this was homage to all of these other different things and joke. But at the end of the day, we know better than that. We know either you know better than to get out there and humiliate yourself as a multi-million-dollar businessman, and you know how not to. So if you step out there in the first place, no man of my age range should ever be stepping out in front of a camera looking like that for no reason. So, you know, I guess he's all the way back in. In the meantime, you know, the truth still stands. What a shame. You know, what a shame. Look at those black royals, you know what I'm saying? And we're sitting up here looking down. Come on, Nick. We got to do better than that, Nick. Damn, Nick. Also, with that being said, they don't want you looking at this either because they want you looking at Little Nas X. These people was rulers. That's one of the reasons why they want to make sure you don't tap into your true potential and your true being. You know, for some, I mean, now there might be some under the sound of my voice who are actually operating exactly how they're supposed to be operating, whether that be good or evil. You know. Again, like I've often said, I am not particularly a color person. So I don't get into the whole colorism thing. I understand, you know, how things work, and I've seen how my own family can mix. So, you know, you'd have family members that aren't even that far removed, don't even look like they would belong to the same family. So, you know, I don't get too caught up on that. What I do most definitely pay attention to is the character and the spirit and the energy of a person. That you can't fake. And that right there is literally being judged on the content of your character. So if you suck and you happen to be white, well then you just have to take that. You can't chalk up how I see you as, you can't chalk up how I see you as it just being, oh, well that's racial, bro. No. Just like this whole thing what they're trying to push on us now with this jab. I don't want it. I wouldn't advise anybody that I know to get it, simply because the people who are offering it for free aren't to be trusted. Not just because of a Tuskegee situation. Let's just go to the origins of the medical field, who they call the father of medicine. That bastard. I've shown him on this broadcast before. So, I mean, please. No. Like I said, once you know who the wicked one is, then hey. It's Sebastian Shaw, the president of Egypt. Go ahead and put that on I cannot trust Israel because they left black and returned white. Absolutely. And the former leader of Iran back in 2012, when they met, and Hugo Chavez basically made his declaration. Shortly after that, he was sick with cancer. They got him out the paint. Mind you, that's under Obama's watch. But I remember when he also mentioned how can they be Jews? Because he reiterated the same point. You know, they left black, came back white. You know? Again, these faces that I'm showing, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's just historical fact. So, with that being said, I think that's enough, like Kwame say, kicking draws and asses for right now. Because now we know that's a fact. So before anybody come up here on my program asking me about where I would get my information and this and that, I would ask that you do your research, because clearly I'm doing mine. Desmond, what's up? What's going on, brother? Welcome. All right. And also, y'all like and share this broadcast, please. Like and share this broadcast. This is something I actually have had for like maybe a month or two. And I've been meaning to play it. I just haven't got around to it because I missed it the first day I was going to play it. But this is, I think, Breonna Taylor, huh? So check this out. Just, you know, making a reference of our current administration.
Camila, what are you doing? Like, because if you can surely sign an Asian hate bill, you surely can sign a black crimes bill. You surely can hold these police officers accountable. You surely can bring federal charges against these police officers who violate every constitutional right they possibly can of a black person. Because we do belong to this country as well, too.
Biden made a lot of promises to black people.
Didn't he do that? He did that. Because we were out there, wasn't we not? Under Breonna Taylor's name? Did we not talk to Camilla Harris? Was she not calling us?
Vice President Harris.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She called us. We was at home, and she just, you know, sent her condolences and told her, like, hang on. You know what I'm saying? Like, change is coming. Justice is coming. Yeah. They both.
Fraudulent. Right, Desmond. You know, and again, I've asked, are we tired of being duped as a people? I would hope so. Oh, man, absolutely. And you know, it's funny. Belinda Renee, welcome. You know, for all the people who really thought that, I mean, legitimately fell for Kamala Harris, I gotta wonder, where are y'all now? And what is it, like, how are people, I want to hear the justification for how you still riding with this. She's missing in action. All of this is going on. We have confirmed flight list warned individuals coming to this country, and you just put Afghanistan on one of the they're at like 4 in the risk level of places. So you know you can't travel to Afghanistan, but you're bringing all of these people over here. You know, we have a debacle. And I believe had black people just focused on black people, we would be in a different place right now. Because we would have had an opportunity to start building something, because we would just start getting in repair. But in the midst of all of this, here we go again. and black folks gave their energy to a whole movement that was hijacked again on police injustice and abuse of power and just absolute race soldier activity on the streets, starting with George Floyd. Then we further find out about Breonna Taylor, because remember, Breonna Taylor was murdered at like the end of February. We don't find out about her until after George Floyd dies. So just think of these things. And when what was real ill about Breonna Taylor is, I went and started looking up the news headlines from that time when it actually happened, and they never retracted it and kept it as a drug bust, serving a drug warrant, but the talking points was real vague. And then as we are now, this guy's writing a book. He gets to kill a woman in her home and now write a book. Absolutely, that was a cover-up, And here we go with, we also had, speaking of cover-ups, this week. Last Saturday, of course, was September 11th. We always have a lot of different ideas and conspiracies and thoughts about it. As for myself, I think it was one that a lot of people probably expected to happen. Oh yeah, Elijah McClain. Absolutely. That happens. It happened in 2019 and we hear about it in 2020. They just snuffing us out and we hearing about it so much down the road. It's insanity. You know what I mean? And hopefully, some people are starting to really wake up and tune in versus tuning out. Because we have a lot of, they believe they're spiritually in tune, but truth be told, they're just spiritually asleep or dead. And they act as if what they see, like these people that they are voting for are like righteous people. Like John Lewis was so great. No. In my generation, again, being a middle-aged man, I would have to say I didn't really start hearing about John Lewis until maybe about 10 at best 15 years ago. Like, he was just like a side story, if that. Nobody mentioned John Lewis. For my Atlanta folks, in the house, who is from Georgia here? Who's from the ATL in my chat? Because I got some ATL people in my chat. Now, if y'all from ATL, y'all might have heard of the Garlington Center. Has anybody ever heard of the Garlington Center? Anyone in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of the Garlington Center in Atlanta. They are now, I believe they've already demolished it, and I think they're putting the John Lewis facility there now. But what it was the John Garlington building. And that's, you never heard of the the Garlington Center? We have a few here. But yeah, John Garlington was one of the people who was running with Martin Luther King back then. Have not heard of that center. Yeah, it's one of the, civil rights connected buildings. They're now going to replace it with a John Lewis building. But nonetheless, these are people who, like, we knew of names attached to the civil rights movement. We never heard about John Lewis. So, but what he is he's kind of their new mouthpiece. So they use him as the new figurehead. He's basically taken up the mantle of another dead. They're trying to put him in the category of our dead black leaders, and he's not. All right, Private Bentley. But anyway, with the whole Kamala Harris thing, everybody chucks and pearls, and ski wee and all of this. There's a lot of black folks that really should be answering to the black community right now for voting for this debacle. We had a foolproof plan. Put ourselves first. Everyone else understands that. Everyone else understands that. Now we have a situation where we have a whole high school here right now that is, as a matter of fact, let me pull this up. We have a whole high school here that, wait a minute. What they did was had a slave auction. And so what they did, let's see. Yeah. And thank you to whoever sent me that. Someone sent me that in Facebook as well. So I appreciate that. Yes. Damn, both of them were out of Newburgh. Good looking out. Melanated. Thank you. Okay, so Newburgh. Remember I told y'all that they were banning the Black Lives Matter flag and the LGBTQ trans flag. So what it was is they were trying to hide their anti-LGBTQ ideals behind it being tied into Black Lives Matter. Let me see it. Is this the same damn school? This is, yeah, it's looking like it's the same damn school. So this the very same school that I just reported to you last week. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can't make this up. My state, boy. My state again for the win. Give it up for Oregon. Y'all put some applause in the chat. Boy, I'm telling you, Oregon just can't lose. When it comes to racist behavior, boy, I tell you, we take the cake. Oh, my Lord. Wait until y'all see this headline. It just never stops, man. Oh. High school students at school that ban Black Lives Matter flags treat black classmates like slaves. Good going, Oregon. You're so liberal. But right now, once again, the world sees you. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Oh, Lord. Did the kids do this during history or economics? With a question mark. Kids. Man. An Oregon high school made the news recently after it got out that their students were participating in mock slave auctions. And no, this was not a school assignment. This is a bit of extracurricular enjoyment. Looked to be student organized and student inclusive. Oh, and then this, okay, let me explain something about Newburgh. Remember as well, I told y'all that Newburgh is not very urban. Okay? So, we have, yesterday I told you when them slaves was let off them plantations, boy oh boy, when them slaves was let off them plantations, you had the field hands and you had the house Negroes. And some of the house Negroes reside in places like this, like Newburgh, Rachel Dolezal was able to be a president of an NAACP chapter in Spokane, places like that. Medford, Oregon. You gonna get way out of here. Boise, Idaho. You might even find a mixed skinhead. They'd be like, hey, he's mixed. Yeah, he's still a racist. He identifies with his white parent as much as he hates being black. We just had an incident about that early last year. Somebody I know. Let's see here. Where am I at? Okay. This bit of extracurricular enjoyment looks to be somewhat nice. With black classmates and their photos being circulated as play chattel. So it's seeming to me that the black kids weren't really even knowingly, willing participants. Shawana Stevens, hello, welcome. Yes, indeed. I mean, this is crazy, ain't it? Let's see. Everyone knows the saying, those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. What the hell are you talking about? Everyone, I hope you're referring to the black kids here, and you're saying they don't know their history, because if you are trying to tell me that these little white children have no idea, there wouldn't even be a chattel slave auction. The only person that thinks that is a good idea is a white supremacist. Regardless of their age, they are a white supremacist. If it's a little kid and this is their mind state, then that is a white supremacist. I hope you can get over the fact of whatever their age is, because you better understand what we're seeing out here. It don't matter. I might play that a little later. Have y'all seen the little girl with the doll in the little pool? Did y'all see that video? Don't play with me. So it said, but I think that it is a great example of that some find joy in repetition. Somebody needs to be slapped. And would be at a loss if the cycle were lost over a little thing like accurate depiction of history. It's not a surprise that this same school board decided to ban Black Lives Matter and Pride flags back in August, with one woman testifying that the Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ ideology and curriculum are shattering the innocence of children, promoting racial divide and negatively impacting the lives of our children forever. But your kids wanted to reenact chattel slavery. All right, Karen. All right, boy, oh boy, like I said, the January 6th apple does not fall far from the white supremacist tree. Never forget. January 6th, that is. Oh, Yellow Cat, welcome. TJ, Belinda Renee, Tasha Peters, welcome. All right. Got some folks in the house. Got the Royals in the house. So, wow. I mean, that is pretty interesting, ain't it? Good grief. Well, I guess with that being said, I want to touch on something real quick, and I'm going to get right to this video. Did anybody in the chat see a video not too long ago? This maybe would have been a year. I think they might have scrubbed this from the internet. But do y'all remember the Deborah Jones? Hey. Do y'all remember the CNN I think they were like a CNN producer, and they caught them talking kind of off the cuff about what the new plans were that were coming down the pike. And I remember seeing it then. I think Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur might have did a broadcast on that on one of her terminated channels. But what they did is they told you what was coming down the pike. One of the things was that they were going to start pushing climate change. So they were going to be pushing jabs, and then they were going to start pushing climate change. And as we're seeing right now, that is exactly what you are hearing. Did I? Let me see. Let me get this up here. Because they are definitely, if you're noticing now, we're hearing, man, we're in code red, you know, man, climate change, just, man, fire. And, you know, we're having a lot of, there we go. We're having a lot of, I guess, flare-ups. Oh, I did already have it. There we go. Cool. So I played this before.
Tonight we begin with the wake-up call from the United Nations on what they call the unequivocal impact humans are having on our planet. Their once-in-a-decade climate report is out today, and with it comes a warning about what could happen if humans do not aggressively change. It's the world's most expansive report yet into climate change, and there's no sugarcoating it. The UN report says at this point we are not able to stop global warming for at least 30 years. Essentially, a hotter future is already locked in, a future where extreme weather events like devastating fires, historic flooding, and extreme heat are all more common. The report's authors are essentially sending the world's leaders a final wake-up call: curb emissions and dramatically reduce consumption, or face a world that is fundamentally different. Around the world.
Now, with that being said, I just wanted to play a clip because I played this before. I wanted to make sure you guys catch the fact that what that CNN producer said was coming down the pike is literally happening. So right now they are pivoting the conversation because why? We're going into another election year. So it's going to go straight for climate change, and climate change is going to be the platform because they're trying to make sure black people aren't. He didn't say that, but of course you can read through the lines because they were trying to make sure that we got away from the whole defund the police. When's the last time you heard that chant, defund the police? Anybody remember just anybody being out there talking about we need to defund the police? When's the last time we've heard that? Because I'm old school black person, so we got a clock radio in the bathroom, right? So I just turned on the radio to listen to the local black radio, which listening to Rap Now for a hot second while, hopping in the shower. Oh, goodness. He's pushing, they're really still pushing this John Lewis Voting Rights Act. And if you're not going to vote for anything substantial, what are you really losing? Well, woke one, of course, I didn't ask when's the last time you said it. Like, when's the last time you've heard those people outside of this group? Because, if you're over here, we've been hollering at these issues. We had a lot of cameras pop up, so we had a lot of people pop out there and kind of, do a bit of clout shopping to get their name out there. It worked for Tamika Mallory, although they had been grooming her for a minute, and then they gave her the test on denouncing Farrakhan. She didn't really much do that. She did kind of lightweight, but I rock with her then, with a skeptical eye. Have to excuse me, I had to put me a cough drop in my mouth. But we need to look at everybody, vet everybody, like I say. because these people come from the establishment, and these establishment individuals are very, very deep. And the people who pay them have deep pockets. You know what I'm saying? So much so that you can have people who are saying, I wouldn't trust the jab, I wouldn't trust the jab when Trump was in office, to now that only thing that changed was Biden. Here, take this pen. Oh, I don't want it from him. I don't want it from him. Okay, the next man come. Here, take this pen. Oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And this is who we are looking at for our leadership? Don't y'all want something new? I keep telling y'all, your unity is their Messiah. That's what they believe the Messiah to be, is your unity, not one individual. The thing about an individual that they fear is that they can spark many people, such as yourselves, to get active. That's what they worry about. If you were trying to keep a dog on a leash, you're not going to take it off because you're trying to keep it on a leash. Always remember that part. So all of they, oh man, we free and we have the same opportunities. Any black person talking like that, you might want to distance yourself from. However, I think before I play what I wanted to play, and we'll walk through this last video, I'm going to play this real quick snippet of this former Pfizer employee, vice president. I'm sure y'all seen this. And I'm just going to let him speak from his own perspective of having been involved in that business. So he would trump anybody on TV. Actually, even Anthony Fauci, for that matter, because he can specifically talk about what his business was.
A variant that's 0.3% different from SARS could masquerade as a new virus and be a threat to your health. You should know, and I'm telling you, they are lying. If they're lying, and they are, why is the pharmaceutical industry making top-up vaccines? They are making them. You should be terrified at this point, as I am, because there's absolutely no possible justification for their manufacture. But they're being made, and the world's medicines regulators have said, because they're quite similar to the original vaccines, the ones that are being given now, we won't be asking them to do any clinical safety studies. So let me just say again, the variants are not different enough to represent a threat to you. You do not need to top up vaccines, yet they are being made, and the regulators have more or less waved them through. I'm very frightened of that. There's no possible benign interpretation of this.
Well, and well, there it is. So, with that being said, before I go on, let me again show my two bracelets. This one here by Pride Bentley. You see the lions, and then my Alcabulon Founders bracelet. You know, straight from the horse's mouth, absolutely. So, Pride Bentley, if you are in the chat still, can you please put your shop contact in the chat, please? And she makes great ones. These are really strong, so this isn't like no cheap band. Some could speculate that the venom is having a lot to do with sterilization. It would make sense to me for a group of people who always seek to put death on us in every form they can. Even when it, down to the self-inflicted. So here, get these drugs, everything. You know what I mean? So let me see. Let's play. I'm gonna have to add it. Okay, so yesterday I had the opportunity to get on live with another YouTube content creator, Six The Goddis, and she was having a great conversation on race, of course. Because, she's typically a femininity coach. But, again, as far as I have always been one of the B1 sisters that, again, also is not on the jab time. So, we had a nice little conversation yesterday, and I want to share our conversation with y'all.
And what does that mean? Awareness. We're not asking you all to cry yourself to sleep every night. We are asking to be aware. It is that simple, okay?
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hold on, let me turn this up a little bit.
All right, hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you. Have something
Okay,
you
good.
want to share?
No, actually, this is a great topic. I think it depends on kind of where you were raised. For me, I'm from the Pacific Northwest, so I'm from Portland, Oregon.
What's doing in Oregon?
Well,
what
there
are
was
you doing in Oregon, my brother? Why Oregon?
Well, our family moved up here. My family's originally from Arkansas and Texas,
Okay.
but back in like the World War II days, they migrated out here because of the steel company. So because
Okay.
of Reynolds. But being out here, being in the first no Negro state of the Union, we get a chance to see these people firsthand. Like a university. So this is like the South of the Northwest. So we
Okay.
have a lot of transplants. The whole Oregon Trail was basically white folks trying to get away from freed slaves.
Yeah.
So they came out here. Slavery was legal out here for 3 years up until. So you had to basically keep your slave for 3 years, let them build your stuff up, and then you had to get them out the state. They had something called lash laws here. With that being said, we still very much have a lot of that sentiment here. Portland is like the kind of the liberal epicenter, but everywhere else in this state is straight up redneck, Dixie flag flying country.
Right.
So I see how people don't understand. If you guys have been blessed to be around a gang of black people your whole lives, man, y'all been spoiled, because out here, you can't leave your door without seeing them. So being here, we're outnumbered. So they feel a little more comfortable. With that being said, they let those secrets that you're telling, I just want y'all to know, that is real deal. They have a certain code that they absolutely stick by. No, they don't get along. But will they go against each other for you? Hell no.
Hell no. And you know why? Because they know it could mean their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Frances Cress Welsing was speaking about. The reason why white people stay on code is because of something called genetic memory. You guys have to know there was a period in time in which we dominated them.
Facts.
And they have a genetic memory of that. And that's why no matter how they feel about one another, they will never go against each other for us, because they know it can literally mean their life.
Absolutely.
It goes deeper than I have a white friend that's nice to me. No, this shit is deep.
Right. They never want to go back to being up under us again.
And in them caves.
Ooh. And that's what a lot of our people don't know.
Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. Keep going, brother. I'm gonna put something up while you do that.
So, you know, just like she's saying, these people have a genetic memory of who we are, just as well as we are starting to come back into ourselves. This is why you're seeing them go on alert, pushing certain things on you, pushing certain agendas on you at such a warp speed rate, because you're so important to their success. Your ignorance is their success.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing that the devil ever taught the world, that you weren't the greatest thing on it.
Yep. Yeah.
You ready, sister?
I'm ready. I'm about to show them a few things. And because my brother, I don't like it when people truly act like, you know, this stuff is hateful. I'm like, no, listen, there is a difference between things being factual and hateful.
Absolutely.
Something being factual does not mean it's hate-filled. I'm gonna show y'all two different things.
Major facts.
And so when I say that they are not human, you know, people get so upset about it, and
check
I'm like,
out what she's
I
about
don't
to
know
bring
why,
up,
because
it's science. Don't they
really
tell us to
science.
believe the science?
Exactly.
That's their words.
Exactly.
Go figure.
Let me see.
We don't have that rhesus monkey DNA.
It's so many things. It's the reason why they don't season their meat. People think that's so funny. Everything has a real reason behind it. People think it's so funny talking about how white people don't season their meat. You know why they don't season their meat? Because of that percentage of Neanderthal blood. They want to taste flesh. The reason why we clean and season our food, we don't want to taste the flesh.
Right?
The
Natural.
reason why they want, you hear them say, have you heard them say, well, you put all that seasoning on it, you're going to ruin the taste.
Ruin the taste. Yes, they do.
Bloody, because that is that partial Neanderthal blood.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the need for the taste of blood. Mm-hmm. Like
Check
a
this
vampire.
out, y'all.
Look at these folks. You cannot help your underlying tendencies due to your genetics.
Ooh.
Now, there's another video I was trying to find. I think these white folks don't took it down.
Where they galloping around?
Where they have a festival where everyone at the festival is walking around like this. The reason why they feel inclined to do this is because this is where they come from.
You know?
And as Caucasians in the Caucasus Mountains, this is what they're prone to do. It was not until black people, the Moors, came in and was like, why are y'all walking on all fours? Get up and take a shower. Why are you having sex with your sister? That's wrong. Why are you eating one another? This is what they are genetically predisposed to be.
Absolutely.
I'm going to show you something else.
And leave them animals alone.
Come on, that's why they be sleeping with dogs. Why they love you. You rather see a white person that does not have a dog. You know
well, you know, another part of that is they don't have any slaves.
Exactly. Let me show y'all something else. Just to show y'all, this is no cap in my rack. This is a real thing. I cannot stand when black folks say we're all humans, we're all one race. No, we're not.
No, the hell we are not. Check this out, family.
We are factually not that. Okay?
Oh, she about to pull up the big receipt on this
who
one.
these people are, and you have to understand this is the real reason why. It has nothing to do with whether you like someone or not.
Yeah, she's a very lovely sister. I believe she's taken.
Period.
Yeah,
Let me show y'all
truth
this
is truth.
well.
I mean, our black women would not be disappearing at the rate we are, as y'all are, because they need those wombs, they need them body parts, because we different.
Yeah.
Look at the screen,
Have
y'all.
y'all seen this genetic issue?
I sure did see that.
It's called a vestigial tail. Okay? That is that white babies are born with. This is what they don't show you. Do y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why this happens? because of the Neanderthal presence of the Caucasoids from the Caucasus Mountains. Okay? Everything on this planet needs the sun to survive, except for them. The sun actually burns them. There is nothing else on this earth that can get no sun and still live.
Right.
Only them.
That's right.
You need to be aware of it. And these are the people that you want to sit and help solve your problems. And I think it's exactly what you said, my brother. I think a lot of Black people have not really spent real time around white people to understand how they operate.
Now, and you know, to speak to what you just said, to having another person of real quick, this is my only break in here. I want to clarify what I'm referring to. Basically, she had already made a reference into, y'all know I'm in the Northwest, so to the lady up north that really hates Black men. I think we're worse than dogs and worse than the white man and whatever. She's not quite the divester, but you know, she's been known to been referred to as synthetic. Another race sit down on your platform to talk against other people of your own race. That being done just 2 hours away from myself right now. I'm very in tune with the person to whom you're talking about. And she has a vast experience with them. But there's a certain element of bourgeoisie, shall we say, out here, that if I speak walking down the street, hey, sister, how you doing? Have a blessed day. I won't get spoken to. But they'll be all up in zaddy face. And so this is the type of attitude that you know, some people tend to carry. But yeah. I saw that whole thing, and that was really whack to me because we're from the Northwest, so we know some of the same people. So to take that stance, these are people's kids, you know, wrong, who are also little young Black men growing up who will be full-grown Black men and just as much as a target as the men that she is downplaying every single day she gets a chance. And it's crazy to me.
And then as a woman, it's like, I don't think that women understand how dangerous that is. Okay? Because when you sit and if you feel like Black men are not a protection to you, even though when I do ask sisters, you know, so what does Black male protection look like to you? No one has ever given me a real response on what it's supposed to look like. But the issue is, even if you feel as though it is inadequate, for the solution to be to publicly throw your men away, I don't think that women understand how vulnerable that leaves you. You don't take, if you're freezing in Antarctica stranded, you don't have a blanket and say, this blanket is still not keeping me warm and just throw it. No, if that's all you got, then you better sit and hold on to it, you know, the best you can. But what I noticed with Black women is Black women have let other races convince them that their men are inadequate and then have publicly thrown them away, leaving themselves more prone and more susceptible to God knows what.
You know, you said a mouthful.
And I can't stand to see women of other races who have not gone through what we've gone through sit and be like, well, what y'all Black women need to do is, what? If somebody would have taken your men away, you bitches would have died. You understand that?
Facts.
Any other race of women, if their men were taken away, they would die out.
Facts.
So they do not get to come talk to us as Black women and tell us what we need to do. It's the same as the example I gave with the person that steals your car and then rides next to you, counseling you on how to walk.
Exactly.
You know, no, it's back my vehicle. I don't need a woman of, again, I am open to a woman of another race maybe sharing how they do things, and because I like to learn from different people. But there is a difference between sharing how you may do things and saying, well, I noticed with Black women and Black women need to, and that's where the line gets drawn, in my opinion.
I totally agree, because we're the only people on earth that have had our actual man-woman relationship totally destroyed, and it was destroyed over 400 years. So it's not like it's going to be rebuilt overnight. But looking at ourselves realistically, we don't have a model of how we're supposed to interact. So we're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants. But to look to our oppressors as any type of model, that ain't it. Everything that they want to sell you is to destroy you and to keep you doing this and know this.
Well, I appreciate you, my brother. I'm gonna let some other people get on. Thank you for coming on, my brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for. And that was our conversation yesterday evening. So yes, definitely go check her out. She's a femininity coach as well. That's pretty much that's primarily, I believe, what she's doing. But you know, also a very solid sister. She's on Instagram, so you know, always dropping great facts. You know, so we are building in this grassroots movement, and in these spaces to where it's just us. Be one. So yeah, that was definitely a great conversation we had. If you guys go back and watch the video, the conversation that is right behind me will be very interesting. Yes. So she actually was on for about 2 hours. So, you know, we just did about 15 minutes. And then she went on to a couple other people. Oh, my Lord. But yeah, she's always delivering the truth. So, you know, got a chance to link up and have a brief conversation. But with one of the things that we were talking about is how our DNA, you know, we have a lot of things recorded in our DNA. And, you know, we, again, have to accept, like I told y'all, we have to understand the magnitude of having our relationships messed with. So, you know, for people who can make relationships work in this day and age, props to all of you, because, you know, no one is working at the same disadvantage. So to be able to start pulling off similar success rate, or if not a better success rate, I mean, because they're still going to underrepresent us in the numbers, regardless if we're kicking ass or not. So don't be stuck on what they say. You know, that's one of the things about this place. Everyone else knows the truth, so they know when they have to start getting the lion. But it's just black folks, we inherently want to be the peace bringers. With that being said, we allow people to tell us all kind of bullshit, and we need to get out of that habit. We need to abandon that belief system. And let me, because another thing, let me show y'all these. Go back to the photos. Something else we got to understand of our glorious past. Go back. I'm gonna show you these coins again. Let me show you these coins. So these are some of the rulers of our particular bloodline that ended up in America. To which, you know, after this was going on, a lot of these people went into exile to what would be known as the area of Ghana and also Niger. So, you know, see what they were working with. One of the things that you would always look for these particular groups of Moors is, of course, the lion, which would be referencing to the Lion of Judah, and then also the palm tree. which would refer to a nation standing tall with their hair up unto the sky. Hence, the reason for the palm tree, if you didn't know. Look at this little brother right here. These people had their own money. And when I say they had their own money, all you can hope for in America right now is getting their dollars that immediately tell you it's dead. Guess what ain't on they shit? Another coin from Maurice. See, they was winning. And it was like, okay, we just finna represent 1547. Look at that brother. Boy, they went to work getting rid of our history, didn't they? I mean, I'm talking about they went immediately to work. As soon as they came into power, it was like, we got to do away with everything that got a black face on it that say it's good. Look at that brother. Whose hair is that? What kind of hairstyle? Where you get that? Where you get that outside of us? Can anyone tell me? You understand me? This is a Roman coin. Struck in 48 BC to commemorate the defeat of Vercingetorix, the last king of Arvini. The last one, huh? So you gotta go over there and check out the Doges of Venice. Because a lot of y'all don't know that stuff that's over in Venice, when you see all them arches, that's all Moorish architecture. All of that stuff, that's all made and designed by black folk who subsequently ended up in America. Now, this is the European coin. What do you notice about the European coin? Do you see something over there? There's something that is standing out on the right hand side for me that you particularly see some groups today, like you've seen it on Drake shirts, hats, certain people, If you look at those symbols, we're just looking at some of the symbols and some of where these things are placed. Who knows? Looks like some things have been around for quite some time though, huh? Oh, whoa, look at that Roman coin right there. Does that face look familiar to anyone, people? Boy, these Negroes are spending hand over fist and put our conqueror's face up on their chest. They love Medusa. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I need Medusa. I'm balling, I got Medusa. Yeah, you got your damn oppressor, idiot. Don't you know they conquered your people, stupid? Now, I ain't telling you to vote for a damn person. I'm going to tell you, know who you are and know your history. These are the people who conquered your people. What they look like. Don't sit up here and thinking they hate you just because you got melanin. Oh, that's part of it. But at one point in time or another, you did have your foot up that ass. And they dread the idea of ever having that happen again. I keep telling y'all the greatest thing walking the planet. See, here's another one. This is one of theirs that they commemorated in the kicking the ass Judah. More black folks, the real ones. So if you're looking at the palm tree, you seeing the nuts hang low. But look at the lion. Doesn't the lion look a little sickly? See, this is a coin in celebration of defeat of black people. Now, I'm sorry if I took this out of the hands of the argument of the people who don't believe in the Bible, because it really is irrelevant. This is actually history. Stop listening to people tell you a bunch of garbage. If you haven't researched it, you don't know it. Most importantly, don't bring it to me as if I'm as ignorant as you. And, because see, here's the point. This guy on the screen pretty much represents the caliber of political understanding most of you black folks seem to have that love Joe Biden. And why I have him on the screen is the biggest important thing is he is actually a Republican. But guess what? He hates himself just as much as your ass does. No tangibles, no vote. Oh, y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. You got to vote for something. If you ain't vote for nothing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, here we are right now with a bunch of foreigners in our land, and we still ain't getting nothing while everybody else is getting money. And now they trying to track everybody's money over $600. Are you kidding? At least take us out to dinner. Get us a meal. Jeez. I mean, our timelines were flooded with you dum-dums. You guys are stupid. You gonna sit up here and run your people into the ground doing that. You trying to sit up here and suppress black people's votes by telling them black people can't suppress nothing. The most suppressed has no ability to suppress anyone. So all of y'all Negroes on both sides, Democrats and Republicans alike, Larry Elder represents how I see you. I see you no different than this man. And truth be told, we just need to leave it as such and leave y'all in the wind. See, I just got an article about Jim Crow Joe again, helping somebody else with their affairs, sending it to, oh yeah, you already know, okay. And they keep doing it. They keep doing it. While right now you can't even, what does it say here about Afghanistan? I just pulled it up. What does this say? These are destinations moved to the level 4 list on September 13th. Afghanistan, Albania, Belize, Grenada, Lithuania, Mauritius, or whatever that is, St. Kitts and Nevis, Serbia, and Slovenia. The CDC travel notice range from level 1, and that's low, to level 4, which is very high. Afghanistan is the very first name I read, but your tax dollars just brought a bunch of potentially sick, potentially terrorists with their potential child brides right over to America. And black folks can't get nothing. Can we take this opportunity? Because this might be it, folks. 2022 is the opportunity to make a statement. Are you willing to do it? What is this? Silent E just sent this. Biden and the UK to help Australia acquire nuclear submarines and push back on China. I hope y'all are catching this. We going to this damn thing. Oh, Lord. Okay. Y'all ain't understanding. And all of this, okay, see, we have this group of black folks amongst us, and a lot are, unfortunately, no slight to immigrants or nothing like that, but y'all be kind of looking to undercut us, and we really can't afford that. And so we have to really kind of point y'all out. That's why I'm saying, on the left and the right, this man right here represents all of you. All of you. This is the off-code no more environment. Welcome to the new world. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Did it come up? It sure did. Let me get this. Well, hot off the press, we have a new story. Thank you, Silent D. What are we looking at? So yeah, Biden and UK to help Australia acquire nuclear submarines in a new pushback on China. This is 49 minutes ago. CNN, President Joe Biden plans to unveil Wednesday a new effort to help Australia acquire nuclear-powered submarines, a major step towards countering China as he works to build international backing for his approach to Beijing. The announcement will come as part of a new trilateral partnership between Okay, I see what's going on. So I'm going to have to pull it up. Because what it is, that only gave me part of the article. Go into. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see, where was I? Okay, so the announcement, United States and Australia. Okay, so the United States, Australia, and the United Kingdom have long been faithful and capable partners, and we're even closer today. The president said, "Today we are taking another historic step to deepen and formalize cooperation amongst all three of our nations, because we all recognize the imperative of ensuring peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific over the long term." Why does that have to do with white folks in the Asian region? You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, the great Satan at work. The great Satan's always busy. The partnership kicks off what is expected to be a flurry of diplomatic engagements for Biden this autumn. From next week's United Nations meeting to a White House summit of Asian leaders to October's Group of 20 talks in Italy. Underpinning his efforts in a desire to rally the West and U.S. partners in Asia in the battle between autocracy versus democracy, one of the defending objectives of this President Biden has made countering China a central aspect of his foreign policy as tensions grow over the South China Sea and Taiwan. Well, you know what? Again, I keep telling y'all, this is the going out of business sale. So let me look at something here. We have South Korea, North Korea testing missiles this morning. This article comes out today. So we're having a whole dust up over there in the Asian Pacific. What do you think the odds are that this might just be the making of and I wouldn't say a false conflict, because there's definitely going to be people in the midst that are collateral damage. I don't know. What about y'all? I'm kind of seeing a twist. I'm seeing that Loki twist. Shenanigans. Yeah, y'all gonna get together, but against China? I don't believe that. You're already in debt to China. Now, have you heard the other part that they were talking about? Joe Biden's plan today. Joe Biden is now talking about jabinating the entire world. He's the president of one country. One country. But all of a sudden, his concern is getting the world venomized? The world. Then who would that be? Because we know he don't run nothing. So who would want that? I've done some broadcasts before showing y'all some familiar faces now, haven't I? You understand? Joe Biden is, I would say he's delusional. Yeah. Well, yes and no. If I would thoroughly say Joe Biden was delusional if he let a secret drop. I can only say he's calculated. So he's putting all his efforts into making sure certain moves are made. But, you got to watch these people because these people are very crafty in their devices. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can pull this up. So, yeah, very interesting. We have conflicts in every direction, which rightfully so. Rightfully so. Oh, here's another thing. So this being the midweek report, this cat, I guess he was at the Met Gala, and he felt that he was left out because other people got some shine, and he really wasn't. Nobody paid attention to his little outfit, and he's like, "Hey, I dress like a woman too. Why didn't y'all look at me?" So. Let's just give this brother his opportunity to be seen, since it really mattered to him. And, so ladies, is this the attractive thing? I went ahead and put this collage together, so he would feel so much better about the attention he did not receive while being at the Met Gala. I mean, because hell, at the Met Gala, at $36,000 a ticket, obviously somebody was paying. What was he selling? I don't know. Allegedly. Uh-oh, y'all buffering. Y'all might need to reset, because it looks like I'm good here. I'm looking on like two different things. So yeah, my man, he was making a fashion statement, and clap it up, my hammies. Jeez, dude. Man, y'all look at me. This look at me thing is just, this is getting out of hand, man. It is really getting out of hand. Look at me. Me and my wife, true story. I'm going to tell them this story. Me and my wife was at the grocery store. And on the way out of the grocery store, like these, I guess maybe she was African or something. These two African sisters were in front of us. And so, you had to go through the big doors. We had like wind codes. So we're going out the door. And this woman literally stops because, they have this ice thing right in the front. So she's getting her ice. But instead of putting her cart up to where the ice is, she leaves it behind. So everybody has to walk behind her. And me and my wife always make jokes about these people, because while we're out, we always see these people and these suspected white supremacists out here who always are so starved for attention. Can't stand that a black couple is minding their own business, not paying any attention to them or not caring, but nonetheless. So this sister's in the way with her cart and got her booty tooted up in the air to bend over getting her ice for whatever reason. She needed to have her booty stuck up, I don't know. And there's a machine that has like one of those like toy grab machines. I've never heard this machine make a noise before in my life. Out of nowhere, the machine says, "Hey, look at me." I mean, like, right on time. My wife says, see, sometimes the universe will just tell on you. And there it is. Hey, look at me. Oh, man, it's just, it was one of the funniest. Real life is stranger than fiction. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I mean, it's so funny. But, I mean, just being here in Portland, Oregon, you're going to see the look at me's all day long because, you know, just being in our own element, it really, really bothers people. I'm debating on if I should show this little video. It's a little really, really brief clip. I don't know if I should show this. I don't know.
With the whiskers on her.
Oh, yeah. So, this one's really interesting because I don't know who found this. I share a moderator, one Judah Queen. I share Judah Queen with a couple different platforms. One of the platforms that she also moderates for is the good elder Baba Bashan. And Baba Bashan, back a little while ago, he did a few videos wondering if the lady to whom me and Six The Goddis had briefly referred to, if she kept it. You know, did she kill it? You know, if you talk, did she kill it, family? Well, this might be able to clear up some questions, because sometimes when you just have the young one in the back while you're doing your lives.
With the whiskers on her chin and come out the fucking closet, you whole ass nigga. Do you get your rocks off by insulting women? Like, why are you here? I want black women to take note of anything. Hold on, Dust Ball. I'll give you another.
Y'all catch that? Listen, y'all. So her black son is literally calling her while she's busy shitting on black men. Kid you not?
No, anything. Hold on, Dust Ball. I'll give you another.
I'm about to go kick this little nigga's ass. Oh, and like my wife says, sometimes the universe just has a way of telling on you. I was not looking for that. I was no way looking for that. But somehow, across my timeline and feed, bam! Damn! So how y'all doing today? Ma! So Baba Bashan, no, she did not kill it. It sounds very much alive. But, I mean, although maybe there was something after that, but, you know, who knows? Oh, man. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Well, you know, hey, at least she's a tentative mother. And she went to go see what he wanted. I'm hungry. Well, Well, this has been a very interesting event. You know, and like I said, I was not looking for that. I had to play that one more time. That is just too hilarious. That is hilarious. I mean, he just interrupted, like, you know your mama live, right?
I want black women to take note of any men. Hold on, Dust Ball. I'll give you another.
Oh, see, and again, you know, Cynthia G, Cynthia.
I have sinned against you, my Lord.
I do not know how that came across my feed. That is amazing. But I mean, same thing with like the little Nas X and this little chick that he's traveling all the way around with. I don't know why that ain't even making the news. Like, little Nas X is hanging around with this girl, kissing all up on her and stuff. Like, what's going on with that? Thought you was gay. I'm missing something here. But then again, you know, we've all said, and remember, Kwame Brown has been saying he didn't believe that dude was gay. He's saying that he believe he's acting, and you know, trust me, it goes on. Trust me, it definitely go on. Man, please. These people are that devious. Trust me, they put people in your family. You could have a lifelong agent in your damn family and not know it. That's how these people operate. You know, they put their money where their mouth is. Believe you me, they will get in. You know, get it where they need to. But there is no ends to their wickedness, and that's all I could really say. Hold on, Dustball. Like, she was really talking to somebody named Dustball. I don't know why that would be a handle, but cool. And this is the same person who was talking bad and talking down about black folks with that white man. And, you know, that was cool for her to do. So, yeah, well. So, yeah, I only played that for Baba Rassan's sake. That, yeah, she didn't kill it. He sounds alive and well. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Oh, Lordy me. Really though, you know, oh Lord. So, it has been an interesting broadcast once again, ladies and gentlemen. I tried to re-air yesterday's video for some reason. It, I don't know what happened. It only played for 6 minutes. Like maybe StreamYard was down last night, and in the midst of re-airing, it cut it off at like 6 minutes. So for those who were up at 3 in the morning last night watching the broadcast, hopefully it didn't cut off while it was live, but I do see it did not save the entire broadcast, which I didn't really need it to save. If you guys seen it all, I was asleep. But like I said, I was putting that one out for the Midnight Riders, and clearly there was a few there. So for those of y'all who were up last night, please let me know if the whole video played, because it's showing that it didn't on my end. So who knows? Who knows? Oh man. Oh yeah. And let's again. Larry Elder, you know, he took an L. And I want to touch this real quick before I go. I wanted to mention this. I look at this Larry Elder thing also as one of those kind of tricky things. I don't know, man. I might have to just start using that as those Loki tricks. Because, this is something you expect to hustle. You expect to con, so they kind of work it to where you have to dial in the con somewhere down the line. So you're expecting things to be pushed back immediately. So you're starting with that attitude to get people to where you want. And I think ultimately where they wanted people on this in California is to settle for Gavin Newsom, because Gavin Newsom is not going to stray away from the Gates plan. You understand? So the big pharma won't be fooled with. Their agenda won't be fooled with by Gavin Newsom. I mean, hell, we got a whole thing about this nut that just came out that just hijacked Larry Elder's thing. You know what? I thought I was done. Hold on. I thought I was done. I am not. Wait a minute. Just 1 second. Bear with me. Please like and share this broadcast, family. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Lord, let me see. Is this it? It's the two-piece joint. Yes. Okay. So, it wasn't just Gavin Newsom against Larry Elder, but the other person who was also a candidate in this particular situation was Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner had the opportunity to be the first trans governor of California. How in earth could Larry Elder get more support in the state of California, to which houses San Francisco and Hollywood? You mean to tell me that Caitlyn Jenner, you rushed to put this person and gave them an ESPY as Woman of the Year, putting them on covers as Woman of the Year. But here we have the absolute most opportune time in Nancy Pelosi's state. We don't take the opportunity to be on the right side of history, to get the first trans American governor in 2021. I'm sorry, this agenda is way too heavy on us. How couldn't it infect the state? Smell the agenda? Now, this was weird. This is just weird.
Recall on not one of his successes, because he doesn't have any.
It's killing me too.
And I can't believe that this many people actually voted to keep him in office. It's a shame. Honestly, it's a shame. You kind of get the government you deserve. So I have some thanks. When I decided to do this, obviously coming in as an outsider, I've been around politics a long time, but never actually running for office. And I thought I really needed some great people to surround me, to help me get through this, that know the ins and outs of politics. And I was able to assemble a great team, great group of people. He didn't campaign.
I'm sorry. I'm calling BS on this.
You ready?
Look at that baby. Hey, do that to that baby.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, spit it out, mommy. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my god, I am so fucking sorry. My poor baby is so. Oh.
Man, even the baby couldn't take Caitlyn Jenner, huh? But wasn't that voice a beast? Jeez. Yeah. I just find it very strange that out of all the opportunities to say, well, we want to put trans in here, transphobia, how on earth did the LGBT people and all of these people not get behind Caitlyn Jenner? This is what I'm saying. This was the hustle to make sure that the Democratic dude stays in office so business as usual shall continue. But it gave you the idea that that could be in jeopardy. It never really was, because we know that this dude ain't no Larry Elder is no, he's a radio dude. So truth be told, to actually have been in the room with true politicians, Caitlyn Jenner got that hands down. Let's not forget. Look at this angle. We're talking about the Kardashians. You mean to tell me that Kris Jenner, who is so smart to have always had her children in the best of situations financially, would not see the opportunity into putting her daughter's fathers in the governor's mansion? We're just talking money here. Does that make sense to you? See, people want, because we get stuck on politics. You know what I'm saying? Politics. You know, we got to see this person, that person, but we don't really look at the nuts and bolts of it. This is who stands to benefit. This is a big pharma thing. And I believe Caitlyn Jenner was only there to lose. How do we know? Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican, but but still transgender. How is it no LGBT group or trans came to say, let's get on this and support it? Because something can be in it for us. You didn't want to put a trans woman in power as an LGBT community? You notice who's quiet? They're very quiet. There's nobody saying this election and Caitlyn Jenner being locked out or not being considered comes down to transphobia. You haven't heard transphobia once. I smell a hustle. I smell a hustle. These people won't let you sit up here and complain about a straight dude in a skirt. But you let this dude get away with a runaway election? Get the hell out of here. Nah, man. California, let this serve as a red flag and a warning. Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur has been stating for a minute, stock up on your water, stock up on your non-perishable goods, because mandates are coming to a state near you. And this is all game. This whole recall thing was all cap. All cap. Nothing but a distraction. Cap, cap, cap. At the same time, y'all cities and neighborhoods is being flooded and flushed and filled with Afghan refugees, which ain't knowing who they are, who they represent, what they got, but they do got your tax money. We know that much. Oh, and your housing too. Yeah, so while they done gentrified the hell out of our neighborhoods, they're ready to go ahead and bring a bunch of refugees to whom they already have armed to come right on over here, unvetted. But yet we're stupid for not getting jabinated, taking the sheep juice from from Little Bill, the big head scientist? I'm sorry, the big head gamer. Because he's not a damn doctor or a scientist. And people actually have the nerve to tell me that a dude that makes damn video games has the nerve to say, well, you need to take this thing because, you'll sure live longer. What the hell you know? You make Xbox controllers, dude. I'm taking medical advice from a dude that makes video games? Really? And I'm stupid. Okay. Once again, the Met Gala. Where is Dr. Kizzy? You have a chance to run out all these people, where's Dr. Kizzy? In the time of super spreader events, look at all of these. Did y'all see the Alabama game this weekend? I saw how our Oregon Ducks were out in Ohio. Guess who's not in them stands like that? Us. We had a damn race car event that black folks don't be at. That they were having out here. They always trying to call unvaccinated. There is no pandemic of anything. That don't make sense. Either you sick or you not. Now, I can be healthy and not have anything in me. Guess what? I'm no harm to anyone because I'm not sick. Now, you could be a harm to me because you have something in you even though you're not sick right now. You're still carrying something connected to the pandemic. I ain't. Who sits in the better seat? Naturally healthy or told that you were healthy? Time to wake up. Scamdemic, because it's absolutely about the money. It's absolutely about the money. But these people just won't get it through their heads. They won't allow that to sink in. It is too hard to understand because these white people can't just love us. Love me. That's kind of what we have. We have a lot of those. We're going to leave them people behind and keep moving forward. Because like I've already said, Babylon is falling. So, we need to let it fall so we can rise. And for those that may be close to you, that you have to see fall by the wayside, let them fall. Shake that dust off your feet. I know it ain't easy. It's not an easy thing to understand. But trust me, things gonna get harder before they get easier. It's a part of being tried, tested, and made sure you are true. And for those of us who are able to withstand this hellhole called America and white supremacy, well, I think you had a great advantage than a lot of people that have came before you. Because we see just how much of a crap bucket this place is. Let's let it circle the drain and wait to have our hand on the handle when the Most High so says that we can just flush this bad dream down the toilet. If y'all still believe that there is a way, I just showed y'all money, but guess what? That money wouldn't exist now. Why? Because it's a new era. You have to let this era end. A lot of people don't want that, but you got to. You have to. If you want something new, they the end of it, we the beginning. But we can't get to the beginning because y'all won't let the end happen. We need their end to happen so we can get to our beginning. I don't know what y'all think. Trust me. Look within yourself. If it ain't there, I ain't talking to you. But if you register to what I'm saying with inside of you, I am talking to you. Get on one accord and since I'm saying this to you, then you already understand what I'm saying. And the rest doesn't have to be said. Spiritually tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. That is the call of the day. Stay spiritually vigilant. Stay mindful of people's energies that they're bringing to you, because those energy vampires and vigilante energy joy destroyers, the vigilante peace destroyers. So like, they really don't have anything against you. There's just something inherently in them that senses you have some kind of peace about yourself, so they gotta come F with it. You see what I'm saying? Just be mindful of that, because we have that out here. And as we are coming to the big grand finale, you are only going to see more and more and more that doesn't make sense. I mean, because think about it, where we are right now in 2021. Did you ever think that you'd be seeing what you're seeing right now? You got straight up basketball players, and this ain't no Dennis Rodman dude. Dennis Rodman, we already knew he was a weirdo, but this cat, Russell Westbrook, which is always been doing funny style stuff. I've been posting stuff about his weird ass for years. But with that being said, we are seeing something like we have never seen before. That is why this place has to be utterly rearranged, changed. You dig? So with that being said, thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. This has been the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And you can follow me on Instagram at Beatzilla PDX. You can follow me on Twitter at Beatzilla PDX. You can follow me on Facebook at Beatzilla PDX, Patreon at Beatzilla PDX official, and on Melanated People, Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And of course, you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That is ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, don't forget the podcast, Our Real Truth with Beatzilla PDX official. And of course, if you feel so inclined to put your money up in the bucket, you can definitely do so by way of donation at CashApp $Beatzilla PDX. That is CashApp $Beatzilla PDX. All donations are greatly appreciated. Peace, blessings, power, and protection be under all of y'all. I'm forever grateful. So thank you. And for those who watch and kind of lurk in the wings, please subscribe to this channel. We need to get the subscriber number up, because, you know, if you saw what I see when I look at my analytics, my views, I should have over 1,000 subscribers based on how much my channel is watched. And this is already being a shadow banned channel. So let's get the subscribers numbers up, if we can do that. Last time we shot for 300. We're almost to 400, and we got that in less than half the time to what we have originally forecasted and we're shooting for. So thanks everybody who is already subscribed. Thank you. I greatly appreciate everything that y'all been doing. Coming here, supporting this broadcast, being in the lives, being in the chats. Y'all be out there cutting heads on Twitter and Instagram when people are out of line and posting all of this great information. We are one, and we need to move as that, because we need each other. So shout out to the new black media, everyone in front of a camera and behind it, all of you people in the chat who are looking to move towards newer, better, and brighter things. Peace be unto all of y'all. So with that being said, I think I hit everything I needed to today. Black first, absolutely. B1 in the chat, B1, salute to all of y'all. That's what it is. This is a truth-speaking space, and this is for the people. I am a man of the people. I'm a man for the people. And obviously, I could have done some things different to boost my numbers if I wanted to, like some other people, but this is not a gimmick. I just want to leave it on the real end of things, because when it's real, that's when you get the genuine people who dig what you do. I'm not just here to take digs at people. Now for a person like the video I played, and it was a long time, I left her alone, but since it came up, I brought it up. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great night. I will be back Friday. Might be a podcast tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I definitely will be back Friday for the weekly wrap-up. That might be a later broadcast too, because I might let that one run a little while. And we might do some calling and seeing what we can't get a hold of and get in here. So, with that being said, family, I hope y'all have a blessed evening. I did not watch the verses, so for those who actually did ask, no, I didn't catch the verses. So maybe I might catch the replay, see it. I heard it was all right. I heard Ja Rule won. So shout out to Ja Rule and Fat Joe for another verses, keeping hip hop alive, representing. Although hip hop did not start in the damn Caribbean, it started right here in America. Blues and gospel and juke joints were going on long before these people were ever over here to touch our soil and make any kind of music. And not to mention, our quartet music made it down to the islands before their music made it back up here. So let's just be clear. With that being said, family, because see, sometimes you just gotta hit them. You gotta hit them at the stone of truth, and you gotta make them.
I have sinned against you, my Lord.
You gotta make them confess. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that confession. So with that being said, y'all, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed one. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth.
Yes.
See, that's what you throw.
Yes, right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.